of the stream, they lend me stuff since I go through so many different decks so quickly. We have 2 copies of Forsaken City. I believe the deck list is updated. Is it not? Did I forget to click the star? I think I clicked the star. Yep, it's updated. I don't know what a reasonable hand looks like in this deck. So I can't know, yes, this hand is fine. I'm gonna keep it. It's got castable, force, ponder, brainstorm. I assume we're looking for stasis or as foretold here. As foretold. Look at that. Ancient Tomb as foretold. Sign me up. Noble Hierarch Trop could be the 4-color, or the 4-color Leovold deck could also be Infect. Interesting. Oh, I should have played this Lotus Petal outright. I'm gonna get dazed here and be really sad. Did not get punished. I kind of wanted to hold this Lotus Petal to brainstorm away. Which is why I waited there. That's really unfortunate. I guess these petals are just worse than having lands, right? So opponent playing a bit of a brew, it looks like. Grab this Volk. Ponder. I mean, Blood Moon's probably great here, right? And I can draw the Stasis and shuffle the Mountain. Oh, I can't shuffle if this resolves, derp. This probably doesn't matter. It's probably fine. Tilt. I guess Stasis is just like double Time Walk, right? Is Windswept Teeth a playable legacy card? Asking the hard-hitting questions. So our goal is to draw a Ralzeric here at some point. We know there's a mountain on top of our deck, which sucks. So we need to draw Ralzeric next turn for the Stasis lock. We do have 4 of them. Maybe I played this one turn too soon. Yeah, might have played this one turn too soon. Yeah, this deck's sweet. I would love to pay, but I cannot. Play out lands. We can top deck a bridge. Good call. Good call. Good call. Yeah, that's fine, right? I actually just want to draw... Draw both of those, right? I can't play the next turn. We'll be able to go Jace plus Ralzeric. Yeah, we don't have blue mana this turn, but that's still fine, right? They can probably only play one spell this turn. Maybe it's more conservative to stack Ralzeric, so that way, if my opponent counters my first Ralzeric, I can still get the Mentor off the table. Yeah, Jace Bounce Hierarch's gonna be good. I want to get this Mentor off the table, though. I already used my As Foretold to cast the Ponder, so next turn we're gonna get to go Ralzeric plus Jace. See if they had a force yet. If they had a force, we could die here. Yep, it's unfortunate. Do I want to unsummon this or do I want to unsummon this? You guys want to unsummon this, right? Like take your mana off the table. And then these have to kill Jace. And I'm gonna go to 5. And then Ralzeric will kill this, and then these will kill Ralzeric. So I should have held a card in my hand to make them not attack me. Okay, so if we rip a bridge or like a Jace or another Ralzeric, we could be okay. We've got some life draws here, and we're not dead to these monk tokens for 3 turns, so got that going for us. I assume these are gonna hit there. Yeah, so we're gonna hit 3 draw steps here. That's a big brick. I'm not gonna hold 2 lands, but I am gonna hold 1 land. Oh yeah, Stasis would be okay too. It would buy us 2 more draws. Perfect. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. Three and 0. Opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore. Come back, opponent. Come back. Don't you want to play Magic with me, opponent? You don't? Oh no. All right, I think this is a force out matchup and probably Fluster Storms and Pyroblasts in. This deck is the polar opposite of Blitzkrieg. Look, that was a clutch draw. God, we have Pyroclasms and Kozilek's Return in our deck too. This deck is such gas. This deck is gas. All right. Do I want this Batterskull? Nah, I don't want a Batterskull. I don't want to win the game that way. Ralzeric can technically win the game. He deals 3 damage to a creature or a player. Creature or a player, okay? How do we win the game? There's 6 win conditions right there, chat. Oh, echoing truth for tokens. That's not a bad idea. Ooh, ooh, we got it. Keep. You may exile a card from your hand if you do untap this. Hey, Mike Sanford with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Probably a good thing Burgle isn't here to witness this. Do I just jam the Stasis? How do I actually get ahead though is the question. Like I need a Planeswalker in player and as foretold to get ahead with this, right? So this, we can exile the card we drive return, but then we just like, yeah, I don't think jamming Stasis is right, as sad as that I am to say that. I think jamming Stasis is wrong. Fine, I'll wait to play Stasis. That's sad to freaky. Like I said, I just use that CSV. Can't you convert? Like, I'm not familiar with JSON, but couldn't you just convert that CSV I sent you to JSON? JSON's just a data structure, right? JSON is just data in a data structure. So, like, take that CSV and convert it to JSON. It's tapped, yeah. Creatures don't change states when they change controllers. Like, as someone that does data automation and manipulation a lot, like, turning data from one data structure to another with a script should be very simple. Yeah, CSV to JSON. Yeah, like, it should be trivial at best, at worst. Those are all very good draws. We probably actually don't want this Stasis yet, right? I feel like I want to put back this and put back this this Pyroblast, then play this turn out. I think that's what I want to do. Although I guess Stasis is fine with Ralzeric. Maybe I should have kept the Stasis because I have the Ralzeric. Yeah, that probably makes sense. I'm gonna crack this fetch. Am I gonna crack this fetch? Do I want this other Pyroblast that's on top of my deck? Doing software development with Python especially is much easier to set up on Linux than Windows. It's also more resource efficient. I don't know why. Like, when my operating system boots up, it's only using, like, less than 200 megs of RAM as opposed to, like, over a gig. Like, why do I want to take all my RAM and give it to my operating system? Seems loose. I'd rather have my applications have my memory. Temporal Mastery. That's a card. Am I getting dazed here? Smells like a daze. Maybe I'm supposed to lead on Ralzeric? Like playing as foretold that turn? Yeah, maybe. I just want to like Jace on an empty board is just so good, and like I had a blast to protect it from one counter spell, so like I feel like anytime you're able to try and stick Jace on an empty board with one counter spell up, you're supposed to just try and play the Jace and win the game. Like if they have two counter spells, they have two counter spells, but like I think this was fine to jam here. We get dazed or whatever, we get dazed or whatever. Yep. Like whether or not Jace resolved there doesn't make it a right or wrong call. I think because the board is empty, I'm supposed to just do what I did there. I set up the Temporal Mastery. Cute. Enjoy your explore. People thought this card was going to break Legacy when it was printed. Fun fact. Yeah, probably should have hard cast the daze. That being said, I've definitely been on the autopilot side of like I always cast daze by returning it to my hand, so like maybe. Two explorers, bro. Hey, he's legal. He gets to play Magic again for some reason. Why? We will never know. I don't know what Immortal Sun does. Do you mean Blood Sun? They don't have a Spell Pierce here. Brainstorm in response, sure. I guess they're able to brainstorm plus daze. I can't Ralzeric. I won't be able to Ralzeric their mentor this turn. The nice thing about them burning all these counter spells on my creatures is that my planeswalkers is that I'll be able to use these better next turn. Am I just supposed to let this happen? Or am I supposed to crack this pedal as a gain 5, basically? I think I'm supposed to pay for this, then just shoot one of their monks. So this is a 4/4 now, so I can't kill that. They cast any spell, they'll be able to kill this anyway. So I'm just going to take one of these monks off the table. I guess making them play a spell is okay. And then hopefully we can just set up as foretold plus bridge. Kind of get online here. Hopefully they're out of interrupts at this point. Yeah, I agree, JW. If we get a soul land this turn, we can go bridge plus as foretold and get our hand empty. Would be nice. Miri's Guile, yep. Pretty dead to a disenchant or a counterspell. Oh, I'm probably still just dead here, right? Because I have 2 cards in my hand. Yeah, I really needed to be able to play a card out this turn. lordy. That just means we're dead, right? I guess they could not have any spells. Oh, they killed my red source. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and go to 5. Pretty sure this means we're just dead. They have another monk token. Yep. Okay, so Echoing Truth should definitely be in our deck. Cut a Chain of Vapor. Seems fine. Do this. Run it back now, y'all. This hand's great. Seems great at least, right? Turn 2 adds Foretold, turn 3 Ral. I'd already played a land for the turn. How did I have outs? I didn't have another blue source, I mean. So, like, I think you're wrong. Forcing my ass Foretold, pitching Meddling Mage. Okay. Yeah, Spyglass maybe shouldn't be in my deck. What other cards here are better? Maybe just Force of Wills. Maybe just Force of Will is better. Okay, they forced that, which means I don't have a Daze, which is good for us. The goal is to set up this. This is a lock. Yeah. Yeah, Spyglass isn't very good. Need to be more aware of the cards we have in our deck. Other random fun ofs like this. Yeah, these shouldn't be in my deck right now. Chose to shuffle. That's what I like to see. Meddling Mage. Okay. They pitched one of those earlier, right? Clear up a Pyroclasm here or Kozilek's Return. Clean this mess up. Ah! Opponent's ghosting. Got it. That's what's happening here. They're ghosting. Good beat. Good beat. If you're enjoying the stream, opponent. What a wanker. It happens in Legacy way more often than it happens in Modern. Yeah, that's true. Exile the City of Traders. Blue for my Stasis. Play this out and pass. Yeah, I want the basic safe group of Blood Moon, right? I don't care. We're gonna lose this game. It doesn't really matter. Because our opponent is ghosting and put their meddling mage in the card we put in our hand. That's why. Here's to the minor amount of band protection a sub performs. We affords Weens with the 2-month 3 subscription. Thanks a lot. Welcome back. I think I just have to give up the Stasis. Otherwise, we're just not doing anything. Not a bad draw. It's not a bad draw. I could have to get another tournament to Stasis, but I don't think that's worthwhile. This deck is trying to assemble Stasis plus Ralzeric to untap one of its lands every turn to lock its opponent out of getting to untap. It also has other lock pieces like Ensnaring Bridge and Blood Moon to prevent your opponent from playing Magic. It's probably going to be a Predict plus a Daze. Keep their Mentor alive. Stasis is regular upkeep, just a single blue. We need them to not have Force of Will. We can beat Single Daze. Single Daze is exactly what we can beat. So we need to not have a second Daze and not have a Force of Will. Yeah, we can untap the Ancient Tomb. Tap that. Untap this. And if they have another Daze here, we'll die. Whatever. Alrighty. Did to disenchant. Did do a few things here, but a lock of sorts. Lock of sorts. This is post board, so I don't expect the Ensnaring Bridge to just be a hard GG like it was in the first game. But hopefully it gives us a little bit of breathing room to find some action here. Resolves. Mary's Guile Temporal Mastery is kind of adorable. The bonus deck is neat. Their monks are so huge. How many ways they have to kill a bridge in their 75? Probably like 2 tops. 2, 3. Oh, the noble hierarch beats can kill us, right? What a tilt. We're gonna die to this noble hierarch. Man, what a beating. Need my stasis soon. Do you have another temporal mastery? I think they're through 2 of them so far this game. Just 1. It's a Jace, yep. Oh, how much can we keep ensnared? Hopefully enough. Hopefully enough. Oh yeah, Klasm would be great. Yeah, we have Klasm and K-Return in our deck. God, Klasm or K-Return would be the nut here. Said we drew a Lotus Petal. Yep, good beat. Diddle your Jace. Hey, Rabbit Llama 124 with the brand new $4.99 a month subscription. Thank you very much and welcome. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here, so I really appreciate that. Enjoy the Subway subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you enjoy the magic content that I create here and you want to help me make more of it, subscribing is the absolute best way you can do that. It's basically a Klasm, right? We actually don't have Force in our deck right now because we're smart and thin. Oh no! The 3rd Noble Hierarch! That's terrifying. Ral's Eric taps Jace. I've heard of that fan fiction. No, I don't play in Wizards of the Coast large events. You have to like spew money going to Grand Prix and stuff to qualify for the Pro Tour. I don't play in PPTQs or Grand Prix or anything like that. Counterbalance. Kozilek's return, please. That one. I choose that one. This is my bridge. My bridge is amazing. Wait, no, I like how we keep talking about Pyroclasm, so they left a 2 on top of their deck, and then we got to punish them for that ghost level technology by blasting their Jace. OP should attack with all their noble hierarchs to increase the clock, right? You're not wrong. So we really want to draw K-Return since they keep floating this 2 on top of their deck. And next turn's our last chance to draw it, right? I mean, if they hadn't known what card was in our hand, we would have stasis locked them. So like, you know, that's one of the dangers of streaming, which, you know, just comes with the territory. I mean, like, in general, Magic, if money is your goal, you shouldn't be playing Magic the Gathering, you should be working a job. So like, the amount of enjoyment I derive from playing in a Grand Prix isn't comparable to the amount of money it costs me to play in a Grand Prix, so I don't do it. If you get 200 or 300 or whatever it costs you dollars worth of enjoyment out of going to a Grand Prix, you should go to a Grand Prix, you know? Like, money's there to spend it, you know? Just sitting in the bank doesn't do anything. So if you have extra spending money to spend on your luxury hobby, then yeah, go to a Grand Prix. I just don't find large tournaments that engaging, especially when I can like play tournaments at home every weekend like this. So it seems like just a much better use of my time to stay home and do this. I mean, if Magic is your job, if from a money perspective, I make much more money sitting here, like doing this for like 12 hours today. I'll make far more money than I would on average at a Grand. Like, I'd have to like probably finish top 4 in the Grand Prix to make more money than what I'd make today long term. This entire match lasted longer than the 2 modern leagues. That's true. The 2 modern leagues we played today were done in like 45 and 55 minutes. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It is what it is. There's a reason why, like, when I do play the Legacy Challenge events on occasion, I don't stream them. Stuff like that doesn't happen when there's not spookies around. It's okay. It is what it is. We roll on here. Roll out. Roll out. Roll out. We're making good time, though. We've played through all 3 of the modern donation deck lists that I wanted to get through. 1 match into this one. My goal is to play this league plus 1 more today and close out with some Hex, depending on how the timing's going. We're doing good on time. I might do a 3rd or a 6th league, but we'll see. We're 5 hours in right now, so 2 more leagues is probably going to be about what we have time for. That's true. The first league was 2 hours. You 5-0'd that one. His hand doesn't have a cantrip or a second land. It's fine. Not a big deal. Not great, but fine. How do you feel about ghosts in general? I think if you care more about winning the fun points on Magic Online than you do about getting better at playing Magic the Gathering, you can and should ghost people that are streaming. So like, I don't fault people for ghosting. Like, if your goal is to extract maximum fun bucks value from Magic Online, be my guest, ghost, right? Like, that's just like in your best interest in terms of making fun money to do that. If your goal is to get better at Magic the Gathering, you shouldn't ghost, because like, ghosting me isn't going to help you play better when you can't see your opponent's hand. So it all depends on like what you're looking to get out of playing Magic Online. It's a little unfortunate. Chain of Vapor is probably not going to do much. I think this is going to be like a crack pedal cast Ponder. Shuffle, hope to find a land that's not the City of Traders. Really unfortunate. I don't think I can play this city. Yep. Flame Rift. There's a classic. Haven't seen that one in a while. Ponder, find me a land, please. Ding, ding, ding. Well, Guess I get to grab 2 of these, right? Pass the turn now. You think this game's unwinnable? We're getting like kind of close to setting up the lock, right? I do agree that there's some merit to discussing conceding to hide information. Definitely doesn't seem unreasonable. Yeah, we're super dead. Right. Super dead. Moto heard my plea about the league taking too long. Hydroblast and Flusterstorm sound great. Spyglass does not. This is not a Blood Moon matchup. Ooh, we have a Batterskull. It's exactly in and exactly out. How clean is that? That's good. Good, clean living. Good, clean living. Yeah, probably. I think this deck's more geared to like try and prey on like the controlling decks in the format. Board in the surgicals. Twitch chat's the best. This hand's pretty close to establishing a lock, right? We need to draw a soul land. If we draw a soul land, we establish the lock on turn 4. Hopefully we're not dead by then. Okay. Yep. So I get to go... Oh, I should have played Forsaken City there, actually. I should have played Forsaken City there, because if I draw Lotus Petal, I can set up the lock next turn. Pyrostatic Pillar, sure. Yeah, I should have played this that turn, because if I draw Lotus Petal, I could have set up the lock, and now I can't if I draw Lotus Petal. Yep. Thoughts on just... I mean, Modern doesn't really have a meta game. Modern has, like, some decks you can kind of expect to play against, but, like, by and large, what you play from league to league on Magic Online is a lot like when you're playing in a Grand Prix or an Open. Like, there's so many decks that are viable in Modern that you can't really predict what you're going to have happen game to game. We might just want to play Batterskull next turn. That's fair. Do I want to just play Batterskull? Then I could set up the lock the following turn. I think that's correct, actually. The full text isn't on the cards in my hand anyways, so it's not really blocking anything meaningful. Also, you could probably argue that I'm preparing you for MTG Arena, where the cards won't have text boxes, they'll just be pictures. Hey, Scott Evil with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here, so I appreciate you sending your Amazon fund money this way this month. Okay. So we're dead to Fire Blast. Skullcrack is so rude. Lordy. And I assume they have Fire Blast because that's just how our life goes. Okie doke. Arrogant one! With the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate it. Alright, well, thank you to Arrogant One and everyone else that subscribed today. I've had a lot of brand new subscribers, both Twitch Prime and regular. I do appreciate everyone hanging out here today, spending part of your weekend here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. We're trying to make this Stasis as Foretold deck work in Legacy. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, helps other people find my stuff. If you want to support my content past that, the best way to do that is by subscribing or by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout, then you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you get 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, bags. They really do it all. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork they have on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a neat service. They rent physical, standard, or modern decks. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month with them. It's really kind of a convenient service if you play mostly online and you want to play in paper on occasion, or if you're a grinder who changes decks fairly often, it's more convenient to just rent rather than deal with buy lists. I mean, like, Burns like all the fringe decks in Legacy, right? Like, you play it enough, you're going to hit some amount of good matchups and win matches of Magic. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da 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 da. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da 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 da. Yeah, I don't think Legacy Burn is actually very good in the format. I think the best fair deck, Grixis Delver, is actually pretty good against Legacy Burn. And the combo decks are just faster and more consistent than it. You have to lean really hard on Eidolon. God, we are really good at drawing no-landers with this deck. Just all Hearthstone hands. All the Hearthstone hands. There's no resources. I really should record a commercial at some point. That would be fun. I feel like I should do that. I could have a good time with that. See if we can get on the scoreboard in this match here. Sorry, I'll stop tapping on my desk. I always forget the microphone picks that up. I'm kind of a leg bouncer bomber. That's why the standing desk is great. So lets me kind of sway back and forth and bounce up and down. Oh lordy, the sample hands with this deck. All right, yep. This one's been kind of a stinker. One's been kind of a stinker. I'm excited to try the Sultai Shadow deck next, though. It's a deck that's put up some results. Is my opponent playing Manaless Dredge and chose to be on the play by mistake, or... I mean, I guess I need more lands and brainstorms, right? I'm gonna any order and shuffle these. I really don't need a bunch more brainstorms. Ooh, rewarded for shuffling with turn 2 Jace. Rewarded for shuffling with turn 2 Jace. Excellent. Excellent. What? Oh. Oh, the reanimator. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Please no force, please no force, please no force. Did mom get you chips?
Yeah, put your down.
He has too much stuff. Yeah, that was our first set of hex coverage before I got my area mic. Want me to open your chips?
Sit in your fort.
Can you get him to set up in his fort with his chips? He should have bowls there somewhere.
Get in.
Yeah, the headsets were not well balanced with each other. It was unfortunate. I actually went out and bought the area mic after we did that. Whoa, that resolved. God bless. Jace Storm. Jace Storm. Jace Storm. Jace Storm. My Jimmy John's just got here, so it was freaky fast. We'll see if it's freaky good. This stream is in no way sponsored or endorsed by Jimmy John's, but they brought me this delicious sandwich. So Jimmy John's, if you're out there, it could be. Let's talk.
Get in. Does he have water?
I don't think so. Oh, and I missed it. Geist of St. Pat. That's a fantastic username. Thank you. Thank you very much, Geist of St. Pat, for the subscription. I do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do you go to Gen Con this year? Yeah, Gen Con's great.
You see our badges?
I did see that she bought a badge. Actually, I was gonna say Christy just bought badges for us. They went on sale today. Of course it's got Sprouts on it. Sprouts is the best part. Hey, opponent, pick that one up. Weird. All right. Can I look at your hand, or are we conceding because I have a Jason play? Like, do you think you can beat active Jace? -1, deal 9 damage to your opponent. Okay, so we're just gonna name Gristlebrand here. There we go. Thank you, Mortal. Pyroclasm isn't very good. Island isn't very good. Oh man, is my opponent actually gonna make us kill them? That'll be sweet. Real Zarek, sign me up. I probably don't mind having this force in my hand, right? Just to make sure nothing goes sideways. Oh, you know what? They did have Thespian Stage in their hand, huh? I probably should have named Thespian Stage on this Spyglass. Yeah, I probably should have named Thespian Stage. I was mid-sandwich, so it didn't really occur to me. Well, they can end step make a token. They can make a 20/20 on my end of turn. Alright, so Grafdigger's Cage in, Blusterstorm in, Pyroclasm, Abrade, Kozilek's Return out, Surgical Extraction in. Blood Moon's fine for their whatever plan. There's probably a Stasis out matchup trim one. Bring an extra Echoing Truth as well, actually. The Chain of Vapors into Echoing Truth. This is funny. This is funny. I am dead. This is Magic Online running through wine on Linux. And OBS has a native Linux version, has had it for a while. This hand is okay. Not amazing, but fine. Surgical's definitely a keep against the Reanimator deck, right? We can Ponder for a force or some action, hopefully. Most variations of Linux are not only free, but they're also open source. There are commercial variations of Linux that are not free. So, it's a fine question to ask. I think I'm going to shuffle these, right? I guess the Brainstorm's okay. It comes with a fetch land. Okay, I'm going to keep these. We've streamed Pauper once or twice in the past, and it's just never very popular. So I mostly just play decks people send me money to play, and maybe we'll open that back up to Pauper again, but just it's tough. Like, there's so many people that want to see Modern and Legacy stuff that, like, as long as I have plenty of Modern and Legacy things, I kind of really don't want to open up to other formats. The primary reason I'm gonna enlarge the webcam. The primary reason to have a Linux computer is just you have this beard on your neck. That's the primary reason to have a Linux computer. That's rude. The non-facetious answer is that Linux is easier for certain types of software development, largely Python development. If you didn't know, I do software development in my spare time. I actually help maintain a Linux distribution. So doing software development is much easier on Linux, and Python software development environment is much easier to set up on Linux than on other operating systems. Yeah, I think I want this Chain of Vapor. I think I'm going to redraw this Brainstorm, though. That's a fine pickup. What if I have that beard already? Is there a place I can get my complimentary Linux computer, right? Demonic Tutor resolves. I do not use either of those things. Just install Linux on it to match the beard, right? Oh, I didn't even have to crack that fetch. That's fine though, right? Don't really want the card that's under it. Yep. Tap you, untap you. Pass the turn here. Man, this chain of vapor is gonna be great. Anyone else excited for this chain of vapor? I know I am. I'm shaving right now while I watch this stream. God bless. Yep. Yep. Brainstorm's a great card. All right. So that's a good draw. I'm gonna make blue. I'm gonna diddle this and undiddle this. Because if I diddle that and they don't make a thing in response, I then just get to chain of vapor it. So now I can play the stasis, right? Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. And every turn we just get to tap one of their lands down with Ralzeric here. I think I'm okay with this happening, right? I could hide this with Brainstorm, but yeah, I should probably hide this with Brainstorm. These are good draws. Oh, I should have left the Chain of Vapor on top because they play Hex Mage this turn, they're gonna kill us. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have put the Chain of Vapor on top of my deck. Am I gonna get caught? Yep. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Chet's right. We can we can pay blue with this, and then we go Ancient Tomb Spyglass. They have to sack this in response, and then Ral Zarek will diddle the Merit Liege. Yeah. If they make it in response. Good shit. That deck is weird when it works. I might come to the Open in Indy next month. The weather's good. I think I have a modern deck that I like enough to play. They could use Hex Mage to kill Ral Zarek. Yeah, that's pretty good. I've been playing the Jeskai Ascendancy combo deck a bunch that someone donated for. It's been a lot of fun. I've been winning a lot of matches with it online. It's kind of fun to be the bad guy in Modern, just be super degenerate. So we're gonna lose our Stasis lock here. Yeah, definitely. Let me, if you want to, this is gonna look weird. Mail them to the PO box on this link, and I'll sign your stuff. That's my open source project. So, any cards you want me to sign, you need to include a self-addressed return envelope that's stamped. I'm not gonna pay for postage to send it back, obviously, but I don't mind signing stuff if you put it, have a way to get it back to you in with what you mail. Just send them there, and I will pick them up, sign them, and be happy to send them back. We unfortunately cannot. It's fine. We have a Force, a Jace, and a Chain of Vapor here, so we're in a pretty good spot. The Hex Mage didn't fizzle. It killed my Ral Zarek. You signed my Moto Kikis, right? Asking the hard-hitting questions. I'll throw these two back. Play a fetch line pass. No. Yep, definitely. Always willing to damage people's property with a Sharpie. I will MP the crap out of your magic cards. Do I go to the gym at all? I haven't in a while. I was going pretty regularly before the holidays, and just the weather here has been bad and so much other crap. I just haven't been able to get to it. Actually gonna cast an As Foretold this turn, right? I don't think I really care about this Blood Moon. So I'm gonna go cast Ral Zarek. I have some kettle corn. I just finished a Jimmy John sandwich, which was fast and delicious. And then I have some kettle corn left over here that it's actually not stale, even though it got cooked yesterday. It's kind of nice. Subsist off sandwiches and memes. Maybe I should have untapped this here. I've been going manual mode on this Merit Liege. That's great. Who's excited? Wait. Did I target wrong? Did I do my Ral things backwards? Damn it, Bobby. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. Alright. Mistakes happen. It's fine. It's just like -1 counter on this As Foretold that doesn't really matter. If you go on my Twitter, I've tweeted a couple of Jeskai Ascendancy lists. There's also some videos of me streaming it. Alright. Tap you, untap you. Alright, again, I think I did it right this time. This Jace is probably just supposed to start plussing, right? Do I really care about what they can draw? I have them covered on like all fronts, right? Nope, you can have Thespian Stage. That doesn't do anything because of my Sorcerer's Spyglass. Go. I just want to start plussing the Jace, because people were asking earlier, how do we win the game? And this is how we actually win the game. We're going to plus our Ral Zarek up, and then we'll plus our Jace, and eventually we'll ult our Jace. Jace ult is just like the cleanest, purest way to win a game of Magic the Gathering. Entomb, sure. Is Spyglass better than Pithy Needle? I don't know. I didn't build this deck, so I don't have an answer to that question. That's interesting. We have a Tight Spout Tyrant. Okay. I like it. I like it. Maybe I need to start brainstorming. Do they have Not of This World? I think there's another As Foretold on top of my deck right now. Yeah, there is. Oh, you can keep that one. I'm gonna get Ral Zarek to 8 before we ult him. Oh, Moon does shut off beside you. Yeah, maybe I should Moon them. Oh. They also just like clearly don't have a reanimate spell, right? Yeah, likely Zach Myers. Depends on the list. I don't like to make guarantees before looking at things, but you can always direct message me on Twitch or Twitter to find out. Say, hey, this is a deck list I'm thinking about donating for. What do you think of this? Then I'll say yes or no, depending on whether or not it looks reasonable or not. How does Urborg Blood Moon work? Blood Moon wins. So the text on Urborg that makes everything swamps only exists when this isn't a mountain. It's not timestamps. Urborg just becomes a mountain. Urborg will just become a mountain, so it won't have effects. Whoa! We're on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. 1 and 2 with our beautiful blue-red Stasis deck. Rail Zarek doing the diddlin' and the undiddlin'. What reasonable decks I won't play? Lantern? Yeah, Lantern's probably one of the only reasonable decks I won't play for normal donation. For a large amount of democracy, I will play Lantern, but for a normal $12 donation, Lantern is not an option. We've been playing for an hour and 10 minutes. We've played 3 matches, so not too bad. They had Miri's Guile in their deck, was the only card we saw that was green. Oh, Noble Hierarchy. They had Noble Hierarchy and Miri's Guile. I love how democracy is accurately portrayed. Okay, for those that are new to the stream, we do have a lot of new people here. This stream runs the same way as the American government does, in a democratic manner, which means whoever sends me the most amount of money gets to dictate what we do on this stream. It's just like the American government. With enough green, you can make anything happen on this stream through the power of democracy. Any particulars? I think I want to play the blue-red Drago control deck for us. I think that deck's probably going to be well-positioned moving forward. With the Haraza banner change, Sockets got a lot worse, and that was that deck's worst matchup. Everyone gets one vote, and at the end of the day, whoever spent the most money decides what happens. Yep, that's exactly how democracy works. Enough green, you can make anything happen on your screen. Willie Edel just tweeted that I'm just gonna pull his tweet up on screen. He just tweeted, I ran the numbers, and in my last 6 leagues, 80% of matches have been against big mana or blood moon decks. That sounds miserable. That sounds super miserable. Good lord. Lordy, lordy. See if we can get the scoreboard up to 2 and 2 here. I mean, sure. And 3 and 3 in the CCS. I should have taken some of the respect out of my deck. I had too many cards for aggro in my main deck. These cards don't really do anything that we're interested in, right? I guess you could argue getting as foretold down early is good, but this land has been super awkward in this deck. I hope a large amount are going to be tried. I don't know if you saw my response there. I hope it does. I hope the PT does look like that, because then maybe WotC will ban some of those miserable cards. Just want, like, mid-rangey interactive Magic to reign supreme. Standard will look very different after they ban things tomorrow. Kind of. The problem is Stasis requires you to eat a card every turn. So you're not actually netting cards. You're just keeping everything tapped while your opponent's still drawing a card every turn. Yeah, I feel like the Forsaken Cities have just been more awkward than good. I just found that anyways. I almost wonder if maybe this deck is supposed to... What am I doing here? I'm putting these two back. I almost wonder if this deck is supposed to, like, play a couple copies of, like, Teleria West, and then you could play, like, a Living End as a board sweeper, and an Ancestral Recall to cast with as foretold. You can maybe even play a copy of Restore Balance, and then, like, play one Forsaken City to go get when you really need it. Any recommendations on how to play faster on Magic Online? Honestly, the answer is just practice. Oh, Jund, gross. I think I'm obligated to kill this, right? Because I just can't. I can't play through this card because I don't have a way to actually take it off the board. So forcing it's my only thing. Yeah, I guess I'm just passing here again. Because, like, again, this is why this Forsaken City is awkward. Like, I could technically play the Stasis and lock them out of untap steps, but, like, I'm just drawing a card and pitching it every turn, and eventually they're going to draw enough lands to, like, cast an Abrupt Decay or something like that. Oh, I have Pyro. Yeah, I should have shuffled. Oh, I could have killed it with that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm just not. We're way out of it. All right, well, now that I picked this up, I'm gonna shuffle away that Abrade. All right, let's hope this is good enough to win the game. Oh god. Oh god, that card's gonna kill us. That. Yup. Yup. All right, so I should have Pyroclasm the Bob, and then I could have forced this. Then we wouldn't be dying to this. I'm just gonna die to this card. 6 more turns. I think this card's very good. I think she should see more play than she does. Oh. We played the Mono Red Sneak Attack deck on Legacy a few times. Hey, Admiral Ozbot with the brand new with the 2-month Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I do appreciate it. I really need to update my subscriber note so it doesn't say new sub, the 2-month free subscription. We can draw Spyglass. That's true. We do have 2 copies of Spyglass on our deck. If they alter this before we Spyglass, though, that's the thing we're not gonna be able to beat if they draw a couple black spells. Yep. Just dead to Bolt. Can I abrade this? It looks like an artifact, right? It feels like an artifact. Am I allowed to abrade it? And again, like, my sequencing mistake cost us this game. I was like, oh, I have to kill this Bob because I don't have removal, but I just brainstormed 2 pieces of removal to the top of my deck, so I would have been able to kill Bob that way. Okay, we're dead here. We are dead here. Alright, so Hydroblast seems okay. Kills Chandra, actually. Blood Moon seems fine. What am I cutting here? I think I actually want to trim that for a couple of Force of Wills. It's like bring in Hydroblast for Force of Wills. That seems fine. I think I'm interested in anything else I have up here. Unsure. I don't really do the whole finance thing. I'm not sure if now or later is better on Chandra. Usually things dip like a few months before they rotate, but I'm not sure where that is. Usually it'd be like over the summer is when they dip. I think Force is better than Chain. Yeah, I'll split the difference. Chain's okay. Chain would have actually taken Chandra off the table there, but I guess Blood Moon doesn't keep them from casting her, so would have reset her. So the goal of this deck is to get Stasis plus Ralzeric into play, so you can tap down all of their things while untapping our blue producing land, so that way we get to keep paying for Stasis and eventually we kill them with Ralzeric and Jace ultimates. A Fury USS Squirrel. Fury us Squirrel, maybe, with the Twitch Prime resupport. Thank you for sending your Amazon Fun money this way again this month. I really do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here. After this, we're going to be playing some Sultai Death Shadow in Legacy. So not the modern terror that is Death Shadow. We're going to try it in Magic's older format here. Yeah, this deck has a lot of neat things going on, but it feels like there's a couple of things that are a little awkward. Like I talked about last game a little bit, how these Forsaken cities have just been really terrible. They've just been awkward every time we've drawn them. And like, you don't really have a way to build advantage around them when you're using them to lock with Stasis. So I think this deck would be better off just like having Stasis with Ralzer, just having more actual lands in my deck in those slots. Furious Squirrel. Oh yeah. Furious Squirrel. Look at that. There you go. The second Fury Us Squirrel. Oh, it's Furious Squirrel. Got it. You think? Is it Fury Us Squirrel or Furious Squirrel? Feels like it has to be one of those two, right? Who's feeling lucky? Who's feeling lucky? This hand is a turn 2 Jace if we rip a land. What do we think? What do we think? If we break, I can brainstorm off the pedal. Are we feeling lucky, chat? How lucky are we feeling? I'm a sucker for a turn 2 Jace. I'm a sucker for a turn 2 Jace. He's a big man on campus. Not lucky, but do it anyways. I like the realist there. Not lucky, but snap it off. Jump on in. No! No! God! Opponent with the soul reads. Just taking away. We were gonna be lucky, chat. We were gonna get to turn 2 this Jace. No! It's like a wounded animal just hitting us. Look, we drew the land, so we still get to play a game of Magic, okay? It's gonna be fine. Everyone that wished for that wasteland is now banned. Please see yourselves out. All right. I want to brainstorm here. I kind of want to brainstorm here. I'm gonna hide these for now. This forest can pitch this Chain of Vapor. I'm gonna crack this fetch land, I think, next turn. Oh, avid user got tagged earlier because they were, oh god, just look how rude this is. Am I force of willing an ancient grudge? I'm forcing an ancient grudge here, right? Just like, get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, Gift of Spat donated $50. That money talks, ladies and gentlemen. So we will not be playing Death Shadow next. Gifts of Spat has bumped over to the top of the line with their democracy points. So I'm gonna crack this fetch land here. I'm gonna get a Volk. Ding, didn't even need to protect my Lotus Petal, was gonna hit it anyways. God bless you guys to St. Pat. We're gonna be playing some Modern with some Blue Moon next, it looks like. I'm gonna put that on the bottom of their library. Now you can have a Forest. You always want to plus your Jace to start against a deck that could have Lightning Bolt in it, because you don't just want to brainstorm with your Jace and then lose it to a Lightning Bolt out of them. I love this stream and the democracy points system. I enjoy the democracy. Actually, if we're talking about people that enjoy the democracy point system, it's definitely my wife who enjoys the democracy point system the most. Him to Torag. It's rude. Joke's on you. I didn't want those cards anyways. Oh, God. It's... Man. What? I have to sit down after that one. I just can't keep standing after. I just feel like they've kicked the wind out of us. Oh, God. It's a very rude opponent. I'm gonna cast this brainstorm, I guess. A braid. Alright, we're dead. Alright, so Stasis deck. Felt medium minus. I think there's neat ideas going on here. Forsaken City was really bad. The rest of the core might be okay. I'm not 100% sure Lotus Petal is great or not. I mean, like, I can't use the Jace. They're gonna get like two. I'm brainstorm locked for 2 turns, so like they're gonna get free room. We weren't 0% to win that game, but we were pretty close. Heavy on the minus. Yep. The bridge was actually okay. Like these lock elements felt fine. I'm not sure if As Foretold was actually good or not. I feel like I'd be interested in exploring more Stasis Ralzeric decks in Legacy, but I'm not sure that I buy what the other details in this deck was doing. Undiscovered Paradise is interesting. Yeah, that seems neat. That seems better than Forsaken City. That's the one that picks itself back up the following turn, right? Have you seen the build with Ancestral Visions? I've not. So, not seen that before. All right, so